Okay, what we're going to talk about is something. And after I did put the PowerPoint together, I looked at the whole PowerPoint, and at the end, I thought, it's not going to make a lot of sense until we get to the end. So if you get confused, I'm not going to talk like Aaron Martin's not going to talk like that, but if you get confused, just kind of be patient until we get to the end. And I'm not. He's a great guy. He's cool. So we talked earlier about pre-spawn, okay? And we've all got that under control. And then the fish go to the bed, and then they spawn, and then we get into this post-spawn scenario for anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. Why could it last up to 6 weeks? Well, because we're involved in post-spawn with the first wave of fish that came in, and they come out and they're in post-spawn, and then the next new moon, we get another wave of fish, and then we got another wave of post-spawners. So it evolves. It's not the same fish in post-spawn for 6 weeks. It's just 3 or 4 different waves. Post-spawn has happened. First of all, evidently, is if you go to a bed that had a fish on it, or you've seen a lot of fish on bed and now they're empty. We're in what's called post-spawn, okay? It's done. Another good clue is if you start seeing fry. That's what, like we go to a lot of lakes like Arkansas River, some of the dirtier lakes where you can't see the beds. So when I get there, you got to imagine we've been off limits for 30 days. I roll up to a place I've never been. I can't see the bottom, so I see the water temperature, 70 degrees. Okay, so I'm trying to establish what kind of time frame these fish are in. Have they spawned? Are they spawning now? You can tell a lot by the bites. Like when you get a bite on a spinnerbait or whatever, you can tell if they're on bed. You'll miss one, throw back in there, get a bite again. 4 or 5 times, that fish is probably on bed. But a good visual clue is you start seeing fry. And then whenever you see the fry, how big they are. I've seen them get as big as ½ inch. That means it's been a while, little bit. I've seen them so small that you can't even, they look like seed ticks in the water. I mean, you can't hardly see them unless it's just calm and the sun's out. You'll just see a little old ball of brown. Post-spawn has started. When you do catch one, you see one, and like I said, don't go on one fish, but when you catch 3 or 4 that's got the big head, lean body. Some of the things I do after they spawn, I told you whenever I go to a lake, pre-spawn, I pick up a jig because I think that's how I can win. And I've also told you there are no set rules in bass fishing. But there are, you can play the odds. That's the best way I know how to put it. Odds are, for me, once I've seen the fish spawn and go into post-spawn, I put the jig up. The jig gets to go away. Okay, now there's exceptions to that. A river system like Dardanelle, any river system, dirtier water, a jig can be a more effective bait because it's just bulkier and it moves a lot more water. So there are exceptions, but as a rule, Grand Lake, Ten Killer Lake, Lake of the Ozarks, Texas lakes. Some of you guys have mentioned the Major League Fishing event that was on this weekend, I think, that I won. It was flipping a creature bait after the spawn. And I don't know what it is, and I've spent a lot of time out there over the years fishing, and it's just like, we used to just go through there flipping a jig and the bites, and they spawn, and once they got through spawning, the bites just went to nothing. And I used to be really bad stubborn, and I'd just keep flipping it. And we started making some changes and going to these more slender baits, and we started getting more bites. Actually, a lot more bites than you got on a jig. So for some of you guys that, there was a couple asked earlier, I'm going to go from a jig like this, it's bulky, actually probably just like that. Okay, if you guys can't see, it's just a jig with the trailer. And I'm going to go to something that's more slender. This is a Christie critter. This says everybody has their confidence baits. This is it for me. And I'm not saying that because it's got my name on it. This is a bait I design for fishing after the spawn that I can flip. It's the size that I think I can catch. I can still catch big ones, but yet I can get bites in tournaments whenever I need it.
I hope you enjoyed the preview clip, and for more like that and the entire collection, subscribe to the Bass University TV. And if you want the tackle that you see on there, I want you to go to the Bass University Tackle Shop, powered by Tackle Warehouse, and click right here, and it's all at your fingertips.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.